Proto-Semitic Allah, burner down tells us, was a black god represented by a black bull whose hide denoted his black skin.
Here's the picture that he showed on the screen. It's a deity El, the god El. Pay attention to the crown or the headdress, if you will. This is a picture from the front of the same statue, a little closer, and a little bit from the side here. Now, this headdress is actually the Atef crown. If you go on Webster's online dictionary, that's what it says. Atef is the specific feathered white crown of the Egyptian deity Osiris. It combines the head jet, the crown of Upper Egypt, with red ostrich feather for the Osiris cult. The Atef crown identifies Osiris in ancient Egyptian painting. If you go to Webster's dictionary, Merriam-Webster, it says Atef, hold on, a tall crown with a long feather on each side, shown in the art of ancient Upper Egypt as worn by Osiris. Okay? Here you can see Osar or Osiris with the Atef crown. This is from the papyrus of Nebket. It's actually in the Louvre Museum, and you can see me filming that papyrus on the video entitled Reality Check. Why black people ain't going nowhere, but you might as well put Afro Style Reality Check, it's gonna come up. And in here, it's also from the Louvre Museum. You have Osiris in the middle with the Atef crown, and the description for it, if you go on the website of the Louvre Museum and you type Royal and Divine Triad, you can do a search and you will see they mention that he is actually wearing the Atef crown. Now finally, you can compare the crowns. Okay, first you have the god of the Arabs Negroes, which first is El, but somehow some way becomes Allah, but that's up to y'all, that's up to the doctor. And then you have the one that I showed you, Osiris. Then again, from the front, compared with another statue of Osiris, and then finally the same statue from another angle.
Biblical King's Seal discovered in dump site. This is the royal seal of the King Hezekiah, and here we have an Ankh. And finally, last but not least, you need to see it to believe it. The God of the Bible, El, slept in his own dung and urine. This is Ugaritic Narrative Poetry, page 195. And we also have this book here, the Masriya in the Prophetic Literature, where it clearly says that El floundered in his own feces and urine. Let me check the sound. I want to make sure you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah. Oh, it's actually a little bit loud though. I'm gonna try to speak be quiet. Let me see how it is now. You know what? There's a volume control, so I'm going to lower it. Oh no. I have the control for others, but not for me. Maybe here, settings, audio. Yeah, automatically adjust. Okay. So, microphone check, 1, 2. Yeah, that's better. I've lowered the volume so I don't have to speak too quiet. So, once again, Hotep Senuhena Senut Itiren Ishakandugu Kemet. So, the title of this video is Brother Ankh Changed but I still got love for him. Today is Monday, January 2nd, 2023. I'm going to play next up so you can hear the convo, and I will make some commentary after. And people have the right to change their stance. I have an idea of what might have caused some change, but I cannot guess. I don't have that gift of. But I think maybe the brother's going through some things. I have not heard what Sekou said though. You know, so sometimes if some people are condescending, then you might have a defense mechanism and you might say some stuff. But sometimes you might say stuff and you might realize, well, maybe it's not exactly what I meant or what I thought, or I shouldn't have said that. And it's cool to say, oh, I'll take that back, I'll recant or, but it is what it is regardless. It is what it is, but regardless. So let me play the excerpt. Oh, by the way, you see this link? Feel free to join the live stream of our brother Smash Rockwell, because this is from this link that I will play. The live stream is going on right now. So on here, you need to be a member to post in the chat. But over there, you don't have to. So you are free to participate in the chat. There is the Zoom link, so you can call in and state your piece. Actually, I think they have 148 people right now. 158 people are watching the live stream now. So our brother Smash Rockwell is doing good now. He's doing well. So feel free to go now or after this live stream, whenever you want. I'm not really planning on being long. As you can see, I haven't shared any calling link, so there's only going to be the participation in the chat from the members. So without any further ado,
So
earlier I was asking you, I think you had some connection problem. I was told you said to Sekou, you told Sekou
I told him
to
go back
to Africa.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I'm gonna say it again. Take your ass back to Africa.
But why would you say something like that, Unc?
Because now, Smash say, Unc, you can't say that. The truth is, Sekou is directly from Africa. So if a nigga say, nigga, go back to Baltimore, it's really not disrespectful at all. Because he actually is from, come on, you gonna cut me off? Or what you gonna do? You either gonna let me talk,
I'm listening,
or you gonna cut me off?
I'm listening to you.
Right. So I'm saying is Sekou talk all this superhero, Africa. What we as African Americans need to do, Africa, as if he's some kind of superior Africa and know what he taught and know all that. But yet, bro, why don't you go home and fix your community that you from? You can go right to your grandmother's house, your aunt, your uncle house, and you can work. You can be in the community, be a community worker and change that. We don't need you, Sekou, to tell us as African Americans how we need to proceed as African Americans, bro. See, you ain't no more African than me, bro. I'm African because Africa was born in me, just like it was born in you, dude. So you thinking you more African, talking shit, nigga, you not even going home. You running. So it's like me saying, Baltimore, we got to fix Baltimore. And in a minute, a nigga say, nigga, why don't you take your ass back to Baltimore into the drug-infested area and fix that, brother? That's not a person being like a white person say, well, take y'all back, go back to Africa. Wait a minute, nigga, y'all robbed and stole us from Africa, nigga. And there's no way for us to return back, nigga, because we don't know where we came from. That's two separate things. But like Smash say, bro, people ain't gonna really be able to get that. But now that y'all heard my explanation for what I said, if you can understand it or you don't, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Simple as that. Sekou is wow. So that's why I said that.
Yeah,
With
but
complete
They might tell you go
context.
back to where you from, and then you tell them go back to where they from. That's even playing field. You can't really.
that's wrong. That's wrong.
No,
You know
okay.
that's
So
wrong.
if you
I
tell
mean,
me
they
to
Because
bust
both
the ball,
wrong,
you
though.
you
Well,
you wouldn't
because
you wouldn't say that to Theophilo Benga. You wouldn't say that to Sheikh Anta Diop if he was alive. And
why would I say
apparently,
that to Sheikh? No, why would I say that to Sheikh Andy Diop's? Sheikh Andy
well, what?
Diop's ain't running around. Come
saying
on,
go
come
back
on.
to
Y'all don't mix the
Yeah,
two.
but
saying
I mean,
I wouldn't say that to you. I
what
wouldn't say that to
Yeah.
Smash.
what I heard.
Wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, but they're African Americans. He's African, so it's different because like
You say it's not different? You say it's not different?
no, I'm saying it's different because
Right.
that's directing him back to where he comes from. It's a separation.
No, from
It's not,
no,
it's
well,
a
he's
form
really
of xenophobia.
he's really from Africa, yo. He's really from Ghana. He can go to his grandmother's house, yo. It's not
Well,
like
it's not from Ghana, but like
where you from?
uh,
Where you from?
is it Sierra Leone or
Nigeria?
Liberia? One of the two. So Sierra Leone
I
or
thought it was
Liberia.
Ghana.
I think it's Liberia.
Yeah, I think it's
they go
Liberia.
back
as
to
well.
Liberia.
But
So am I wrong?
and all of that because
hold on.
all of that because he disagreed with Garfield.
No, I know. No, that's not why I said that, man. Say cool. Come on, yo. You just got a thing against Garfield right now, yo. Stop it. I'm saying
No,
this was
I don't
way
have a
back.
thing against him. He's dead. The Dagger Squad is dead, you know. But I mean, I'm surprised.
Mummies don't talk, nigga. Mummies don't speak. Jabari's dead. Mummies don't speak.
No,
Yeah,
we're
but-
not.
Why y'all so
Savior.
hypey?
Don't ruin the
Savio,
bill.
you gotta stop,
Stop.
Savio.
Yeah.
Savio,
Why we
Savio,
so hypey
hold on, yo.
already?
Yeah, we ain't doing that, yo. We having I had a good
Sabio,
conversation.
there's no N-word here. You don't need to use the N-word. And I hope this time you're not gonna show us some
I
vagina
said mummies
pictures like
don't
last
talk,
time.
fool.
Okay. Well, no, don't call me a fool. You don't
we
know me
ain't
like
doing
that.
We just
Because
having
we can call each other names. It's not gonna be constructive. There's no need
Mummies
for that.
no, man.
Yeah,
stop
okay,
it.
But
fine. I heard
you can
got
come
the-
in. You can even present yourself better, though. I'm just saying, like, you just step into a room and man, you know you won't do that in real life because somebody will handle it quick. You probably would, but I'm not saying nothing challenging your manhood. I'm just like, let's give the respect that we would give to each other in real life over the internet.
He don't deserve respect. Mummies talk.
No,
but he
man.
didn't even. He ain't even Jabari, so that's what I'm saying. So
No,
let's
but
just look because it makes for better discourse. It makes for a better choice, and
Can we
you can
just get
gain
back
your
on the
following even better too by even
Can we
letting
get
people
back
know
on-
who you are. What's up, Sabio? How you doing? A proper introduction. I hope you having a good New Year. What's up with you, bruh? You good?
Man, he cut in the
Peace,
conversation.
Smash. You know
I hate
I'm
that
good.
Smash. Come on,
Yeah, I
Smash.
just was warming him up because when you give people a warm, that's why you greet people properly so they can not be wild. You feel me? It's hard for a
Wow.
motherfucker to be wild when you're like, hey, how you doing, good brother? So
It's
anyway,
just-
back
it's
to
just
what
so
we was
hurt.
talking about.
Just so heard that Garfield and his squad is dead. So you know.
Okay,
I
no, let's
understand.
not get on that knee. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about Garfield. Just like I'm not gonna be on a panel and have a nigga talk about you like that. Come on, yo. Let's not put each other in that situation, bro. It's kind of uncouth. So let's get back to say cool. Mandating what African Americans need to do, how we need to do our scholarship, and how we like go back home with that, yo. Because you
But
could
you
really
know
go
what?
home.
You're wrong.
really do that.
That's
you're
really
trying
not what
to
this show
justify
about. Hold on. Like y'all
Yeah,
both
okay, I
said your
understand. I
piece.
understand.
You
I
feel
don't
like
wanna-
he
I don't wanna-
wrong. No, you said your piece. I
Yeah,
said
I
his
understand.
piece, and you
Yeah.
said he
All
wrong.
right.
Ain't nobody
You're right.
budging. So why
You're
we
right.
going? Yeah, let's go. Let's do
Good
back
point.
to the
Now
knowledge.
let me read
Yeah.
the source. Let me read the
Go
source.
back to the source.
Read the source. So here I got the book.
By the way, I
historical-
said you wrong too, and you told everybody you are wrong
told
for that.
everybody,
But let's
yeah.
keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going. Go ahead.
So I'm going to fast forward a little bit because somebody else is going to come on the panel and touch on that subject. There it is.
Probably was wearing them in the chat. Shout out to Babylon Don. Is that how you looking today? Because you messed that Hike Stokes thing all up. You see, what is this? Hike Stokes, not Hike Stokes. That's not even a real term, bro. That's just something Josephus made up. But I see what you're getting at, but I don't think nobody was a clown for how they pronounce Hike Stokes. I just think you messing it up. It comes from Hikakasu, as you know. It ain't no term Hike Stokes. Josephus just said that to the Greeks. But anyway, what's up? Somebody, excuse me, Brother James just tapped in. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, brothers. How you hear me?
You loud and clear.
Yeah, I just want to say, my brother Ankh, I want to express that you're wrong on that too. It just so happens that Liberia is a country that was formed by niggas from Baltimore. It could be up. In fact, if it went home, he gonna have to deal with niggas just like you. You might as well put him right here.
Damn, keep James on you. What's up with that one? So is that
James
facts?
pseudo.
Hold on.
Right,
if that's pseudo, then that's pseudo.
No, that's
but if
true.
that's facts, he cut you. Was Liberia just for the bill? If Liberia was built by brothers from Baltimore, he just put a nice spin on everything you said about go back to Africa.
I don't understand that. I don't understand none of that. And I don't even need nobody to agree with me on that. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Anywhere you from, and you telling another group of human beings how they should treat their place when your place is going to do the same types of things, take your black ass back home and fix it. Don't tell me how to fix it. That's where I'm at. And I'm not arguing past that. Simple for me.
Went to Liberia and did that same exact thing. What makes
I don't understand what you're saying.
I know you don't understand, but I'm gonna say it anyway because the world understands. Because I'm speaking plain English, brother.
I don't understand you.
I know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Killer when you don't.
James is not. Listen. Wishmacombs is not from Baltimore.
The language, brother.
Doesn't claim Baltimore. I don't know what you mean, brother.
I speak it very well. How come you don't understand now?
Sekou is not from Baltimore. He doesn't claim Baltimore. So just because some people from Baltimore went over there in the 18th, whenever it was, what that got to do with anything? What that got to do with me telling that man to go back to his community and fix it?
Because
that's all it boils down to.
It's real and it's worldwide.
It's not worldwide. It's a community. It's a community of people, bro. Make it make sense.
What if we talk?
Not listening to y'all.
What if we talking off? And then I'll tell you, okay, go back to America. It's rejection.
No,
if you tell me what, say it again. Hold on.
Burn something on the corner.
Okay, man, I'm not listening to you, man. James, I'm not listening to you, bro. So you already know I'm not listening to you. So I'm listening to my yacht. We can have a sensible, non-pseudo conversation. You introduce things and you confuses the hell out of me. So I'm not doing it, bro. You way over my pay grade.
Talking about I'm you, Liberian and Liberia. That's what we're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
I know you don't know. You sound like you sound like Corey, nigga. Man.
All right, okay. All right. Now you're a bitch. Now you're a bitch.
Come on, why we gotta go there?
For the name.
Now we right there.
You sound like Corey, and then you gotta call him that. What for?
You know, if
on New Year's Day, that's how y'all feel in your houses today.
That's how I'm doing it.
For example,
y'all gotta feel better today.
If for example, we're in Africa.
2023 ain't the real New Year. Y'all should have did this. Back when the Serious Dog Star popped up, nobody was flipping out. Now y'all flipping out.
No, we're not flipping out. I said I was talking to my yacht, and we was having a discourse, and he gave me how he felt like what I said. He wasn't feeling. Smash
well, there's three of us that feel like you're wrong on that. Because you see, for example,
that is your opinion,
for example, if we in Africa and somebody tell you, go back to America, I'll take issues at that. I'll tell the guy
I wouldn't take issues if I was over there promoting America and how, you know what I'm saying, to fix it, then a person is well, then they ready to say, dude, but why aren't you fixing your community first? It makes sense, yo.
What about
I'm just trying to feel how is that not making sense? I'm saying Smash can't
makes sense. But say it like that. You don't want to say go back to Africa.
No, bro, listen to what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Listen to what I'm saying, yo. Listen to what I'm saying. It may sound derogatory until you realize that I'm simply telling him to go back from where he actually was born at. So if Smash is in Baltimore City, talking about y'all city is raggedy, y'all ain't doing what you need to do, and then Oakland is raggedy. I say, well, bro, take your ass back to Oakland then.
Sekou didn't say that.
He
didn't say that. He didn't say your city is raggedy.
This is what I'm saying.
What Sekou say?
At the point we did a few things. We showed that It's like 5 or 6 brothers on the panel who disagree with what Ankh saying. Ankh showed that he ain't budging on it. So we ain't going nowhere with the conversation. All right, well, then it's 4, 3, whatever. It don't matter, but this conversation.
And can I speak on it real quick? Why I don't disagree with
I'll
him?
let you say why you don't disagree, and then we about to go on to a better conversation. Yeah, go ahead.
So the reason I don't disagree with Ankh is because Sekou was being very condescending, and he's always trying to tell us how we can fix things here. He don't need to be telling us how we can fix the things here, and we are trying to fix the things here. Why ain't his African ass over there in Africa fixing things in Africa? If y'all don't get that, y'all are being weak.
Nah, that's like
I definitely don't get that.
You ain't talking no build. You ain't
and you don't sound strong either. Just for the reference, no matter how hype you get, I never get strong from you when you speaking, bro. I'm just keeping it in the buck.
Like I said, the dude sounded weak. And if Liberia isn't the greatest country in Africa, he should not be trying to tell African Americans over here how to fix our community, because he don't go through the struggles that we've been through, and he don't know the struggles that we have been through over here. And the same thing, we don't know the struggles that the Africans and Africans don't go through. We don't know this shit. So he cannot be condescending and try to tell us anything.
I hear your piece. I hear your piece on that, Sabio. I'm just saying the attack of the weakness and stuff, it just sounds crazy coming from you. And so we got Chef in the building. And like,
what's up, Chef?
Before you talk about weakness,
I want to hear Chef. Then I'm gonna greet you, brothers. Go ahead, Chef. I mean, I'm not trying to run the show. That's my show, you know.
Oh no. What's up, Shaka? What's up, everybody? Happy New Year's. Shaka, you did the same thing to me on your show. When I told Sekou to leave us alone, talking about African Americans. You dig what I'm saying? You acted like it was a problem that I told him, yo, you gotta leave us alone. Like the information that you spewing, like we already twisted and don't know our history, and we trying to figure our shit out. And now you come along with all this fantastic information, telling us information that we can't corroborate, and it's fully pushing us into a rabbit hole. So the same sentiments that Ankh is saying, I don't understand how people can look at what Ankh is saying about what Sekou is doing. Like, yo, you have a community. If you feel as though Africa can, and the right African thought can fix all of our problems, yo, go tell the Africans that then.
Oh,
go tell the Africans that, and once you fix it there, then we can say, oh, maybe you on to something. But don't come to us with it.
Yeah, I hear you, but
you see, that's what it'll take for you people to raise your frequency, for somebody else to do something before y'all get off your fucking ass. Yo,
never know what you're talking about, nigga.
Now, Chef,
James, go back in the chat. James, let's go back in the chat. You clowning right now. Go back in the chat.
Chef, you know, Theophado Benga, he's been teaching at some university in America. Now, would you have told Dr. Theophado Benga, go back to Africa, don't tell us about that African stuff?
No.
All right, so that's my point. Like,
he not Theophado Benga though.
No, I know, but you see, you scared me first when you said I did the same thing to you. I was like, what? But now there's a nuance though, by saying leave us alone and saying go back, but still, if
it was the same sentiment though.
Yeah, but if some people feel like, okay, I don't want to hear what non-African American have to say, then say it from the get-go. This way there's no surprise, because I hear about Pan-African talk. I hear about we all in this together, and we talk, you know, people in America talk about what's going on in Africa. I mean, I'm sure people know what's going on, because I heard somebody said, oh, we don't know people don't know what we went through. You know, we study, you know, we have means of studies. So if for whatever reason, some people feel like, okay, if you're not from America, don't talk to us, don't talk about our stuff. Just let it be known from the get-go. But usually it's when somebody disagree. When somebody's not happy about somebody said, and then they look for something. Like sometimes people told me about, oh, you're from France. People told me about, oh, you're light skinned. Other people might say, okay, you're from Africa. To me, it sounds like a pretext. It sounds like an excuse. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm an
Well,
African American. Yo, my ancestors died in America. I'm not Captain Save a Hoe. I'm not saving a whole
I
continent
don't
of
understand
people.
you, Unc.
They
I
got
don't even
different
understand you, Unc, man.
nationalities, different businesses, they got resources and everything. Yo, listen, man.
Unc, you used to
I
say
come
Black
from a
African
place,
power,
brother. I'm
Unc.
not cutting you off right now. Brother, I come
Yeah,
from a
Unc.
place where niggas die every day, B.
What about
Every
Black
day,
African
B.
power? You've been
And
saying
for
that
the
since
record, all the
2010.
young niggas that I knew, 99% of them is dead, yo. So what I'm trying to tell you is, yo, before I start be capped and save a hoe and save a whole continent of people, they got their own government, their own issues, their own problems, dude. I probably need to be fixing the hoods that I was raised up in, bro. And I'm not on no long ass save Africa while niggas is struggling. My grandparents, my aunt, my friends struggling, dude. When I can add a voice to their struggle. Yo, I'm an African American first. I love where I'm at.
So obviously you changed your stance because you used to greet.
If you can't take it, that's my opinion, right? I gotta live my life and fight my struggle. I ain't seen one nigga from Africa come over here and fight no war for me in Baltimore, Maryland, bro.
You sound like a
point
Moor.
blank. So if y'all can't take that, yo, then it's just our opinions. We gotta agree to disagree, bro.
Yeah, we'll have the right to disagree,
yo.
but I'm just learning that you changed your stance because you used to agree by saying Black African power.
I gave Africa 10 years of my life, brother. I've sent kids to Africa. I fought for Africa. Yo. Now I'm bringing a little kid came up to me and say, brother, yo, why you always talking about Africa? We right here, yo. And it changed my perspective instantly, bro. So I'm not listening to none of y'all Negropeans with that African shit, because ain't none of y'all living in Africa, and ain't none of y'all doing nothing for Africa but lip service, bro. So what?
All right,
that's
all
my
right.
point.
So all right, you have the right to change your stance. So
I
obviously
spent
now
more money
now
for Africans, bro. Do you know this, bro?
So now
you check my record. You check my record.
Now
if
you're
you
FDA.
check my
You keep
record,
cutting him off.
I've
Let
been
me
a
finish,
loyal
Shaka.
subject to Africa. If you check my record, don't make me. I hate doing it. I will pull all the receipts.
Man, you put your record out there already, man. You don't come.
I'm not taunting you, bro. I'm not taunting you, yo.
So apparently now it's no longer Black African power, right?
Yeah, nigga, because I still love Africa. Black African power. Black for the Black African American, and Africa from where our ancestors came from all day, every day.
Well, at least you're honest. I respect that. Well, brothers, I want to greet you all.
That's just my struggle, right? And you got your fight. I'm not going to be on your head about because you lean towards Northeast Africa, bro. I'm not going to be on your head. You do a good job. I'm not going to say, yo, you're not really from that. I'm not going to do you like that, bro. Because I think all together we all have
I'm for my people worldwide. I don't set trip.
I'm not talking about worldwide, yo. Why the hood I came from, yo, niggas is dying. I'm not doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to greet you all, brothers. Have a good evening.
It's almost. I start feeling.
Yeah, go talk to your mommies, bro. Go talk to your mommies.
Come on, Sabio. That energy crazy.
Sabio, let me holler.
Why Sabio keep saying mummies though, yo?
Sabio,
why you keep saying that?
I don't know.
Okay. No.
Why? Because
he said mommy. I thought he said mommy like mama. So that's something else.
I'm gonna tell y'all why.
It's okay. You can talk about the mommy.
I'm gonna tell y'all why. The other night,
okay,
on that show, with Smash Rockwell, peace.
Yeah, you
Mummy Talker on that show. The other night, I asked you.
You showed vagina. We see pictures of vaginas from your phone, but I leave you with the vagina pictures. Okay, that's when I left. No, I just told the dude because indeed, if some people are curious, they can go to the last live stream, and when the guy was sharing his screen, was some picture of vagina, I said, no, we don't need to see that, but hey. So there's a sister called Aisha Sekhmet. And last time I was talking with Pan-African James about 2008 when South Sudan said he was doing his thing. The way Jabari is now, that's how South Sudan said he was. the way Brother Polite used to be, and I'm talking about in terms of influence. I'm talking about in terms of views, talk. That's how Sarah Sultan said. I'm sorry, was in 2008. Man, there's a sister called Aisha Sekmet, who's a rapper slash singer, and she came out with a song. Now she was down with SETI. She came out with a song called "The White Man's Beat." Now, because she took the beat of a famous rapper, maybe it sounded like she was dissing the rapper. Now, the song was buzzing. The song was buzzing online, and it even made it to World Star Hip Hop. The Pharaohs wrote, "He's still the same way now." Well, it's not the same in terms of influence. It has a platform, a large platform. It has a lot of loyal followers, but now it's only on his platform. Back then, it's like really, it was like the talk of the town, you know. So that's what I'm trying to say. And then when SETI will make lecture, this one lecture, Aisha Sekhmet was there and she had that song, because in one of her song, we could hear Sarah SETI speaking, and it's similar than Ice Cube, where we could hear Khalid Abdul Muhammad speaking on some outro or somewhere along the song. So we used to rock. Ferretis was said he doesn't have the same reach as he did when he was with Sa. It's not the same reach, indeed. It's not the same reach. It's more conservative now. But that was '08. So we're talking, a good decade ago. So some people don't know about the brother. But when we will talk about conscious community back then, I mean, so he's still doing his thing regardless. Ferretis was Saneda messed that up. They fell out, but they fell out so many times. They fell out, then they made up, fed up, made up. Happened so many times, and at one point, Uh, but the last time I think it's when there was supposed to be the debate about the hieroglyph, has the hieroglyphic been deciphered? Uh, I think it was the day before that they decided not to make it over contract dispute, contract disagreement. But you see, then said he was rocking with young Pharaoh, and sometimes some people can have some influence on you, and young Pharaoh kind of went left lately. It's no surprise. Young Pharaoh at one point had a very large platform, a lot of followers, and then he was obviously going through some things. Some people would say it's like similar than Kanye West. Um, Apparently he shot his baby mama's house, and there's so many things. It's just going through some things. So now when I'm seeing my brother Unc, I think probably some of his comrades are not giving him the best influence. And even with Reggie, it's similar. Though with Reggie, it's a bit deeper. So Aisha Sekhmet released her album that I purchased. Then a second album that I purchased. I even made the video showing it because it's all good to say support so and so. Support the brother, support the sister. A lot of people say support the brother, support the sister, but they don't do it. So I wanted people to see, look, I bought the copies, you know, and it costs extra for me because of the international mailing or postage. Then we don't know what happened. We didn't hear about the Sister Aisha segment for a while. And then next thing I know, she was pro-Trump. She even made a song, a music video. It wasn't really a music video like where she was being filmed, footage of her, but montage and pictures. And I'm like, what? I was shocked. I was shocked. She went from hardcore black power to singing for Trump. Sometimes people change. Now I haven't checked on her on her YouTube account, but I think a while after, probably after Trump was there for a while. I mean, she really thought the situation would change so much. She had the hope, and people have the right to vote for whoever they want. It's just a transition was a bit brutal for me, and me hearing my brother Ankh, that transition is also kind of brutal to me. But I got love for my brother Ankh. We go way back, man. We go way back, and let me see. The Pharaohs I learned from Seti and young Pharaoh. That's how I got here. Then they fell off. They fell off. Well, I think I remember young Pharaoh saying, "Well, Seti, you don't get back at me," and he's like, holler at your brother and all that. I think, but I didn't follow everything because there was so many videos, so much drama. But it appears to me that Seti distanced himself away. He might have told him, look, I can't, this, that, it's not compatible, whatever. But publicly, from my observation, because I remember Pharaoh, young Pharaoh, reaching out to Seti. So maybe they fell off, but I don't think there was major drama. Money talk, Shaka. That's what Seti always says. She took the bag. She took the bag. Who's she? I want to say once again, because next it's going to be applied to me like it was before. Before there were so many people that I was close to, that I was cool with, and when I disagree with the anti-black and anti-African lessons, hold on one second. So, where was I? Yes, when I disagree with the anti-black and anti-black and anti-African lessons, teachings, such as black means death, according to science, Africans are living a jungle life, Africans are not civilized. Then I was told, oh yeah, you from France, not from here. Why is he so interested in our affairs? He's an agent. And so many things like that. So, now that we have witnessed the death of a particular team, they'll probably use that narrative. I think it's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. But just let us know from the get go, brothers. Whoever feels that way, don't wait. Don't wait till we disagree about something and then you say, oh, go back there. To me, it's a shame, but that's life. People change their stance. You know, sometimes it's not easy. You go through so many things. A lot of people just don't realize how much of your time and energy this can take. I'm just surprised, really, because a while back, I would have never heard that coming from my brother. But at least he's being honest with it. And I wish other people would be honest with it as well. But say it from the get go. Don't wait till somebody says something you don't like to bring that up. If people want to roll with the FBA vibe, the foundational Black American vibe, say it from the get go. Because Tariq Nasheed, he made those documentaries talking about Black people worldwide, Black people of the diaspora, the Haitian Revolution. And all of a sudden, all the brothers from the diaspora and sisters from the diaspora fed us. So many derogatory terms used towards them. And really, it's a marketing scheme because he saw the influence of ADOS and he decided to just, usurp it. And he successfully did that. And we need narratives and justifications for cases like that. So his main narrative and justification is, well, we're trying to get our reparation, and now all of a sudden you guys want to come and get it too. No, it's for us. That's a summary. But I've heard him talk more than once. And it's a shame. It is a shame. And this reparation talk, what has been done about it? It's a rhetoric. It's a rhetoric. But hey, whatever you feel you should do, by all means. But it's strange now because what we are seeing is that we have some brothers in America who have more smoke for their, should I say now, remote kinfolk, distant kinfolk. They have more smoke for the Africans than for the Caucasians. It's strange. So it's a bit conflicting. They talk that black talk, they talk black power, they talk about the motherland, where we are from. They've been saying, yeah, you guys, East Africa, but we're from West Africa. But when we have somebody from West Africa, he's told go back to Africa. We can all see that. So there might be a need for restructuration. So it's clearer and we can avoid misunderstanding. Transparency. That's what we need. But sometimes when something happens, a tragedy happens, it can cause some consequences. Just a few days ago, you will see titles like Jabari will lose because of bad methodology. And so many other titles and predictions. People wouldn't even have dreamed that such a disaster would have struck the neophyte. But we dealt with a hype. And I told you before it happens, I didn't say that he wasn't going to show up. I said he was going to get crushed. And I was wondering how bad is he going to get crushed. But I did say plenty of time that the dude was a neophyte and there's levels to this. You know, it's like somebody who's been boxing professionally for years. And then you pick somebody, you do some marketing scheme, and you introduce the newcomer as a potential challenger to the professional. You're going to make interviews, you're going to hype him up, you're going to film him in front of the punching bag. He's going to look good. You're going to have him with some sparring partners who ain't going to do much, so he's going to look good. But if he steps on the ring, he's going to get destroyed. First round knockout, no question. So if you try that and the dude is smart, when the fight approaches, he might be like, "Oh, so what are we gonna do now? I'm gonna fake an injury or something?" No, you're going for the fight. So if the dude is smart, and he cares about his physical well-being, about his health, he's not gonna show up on the ring. But everybody else thought that the dude had a chance. It's painful and hurtful. Wrong bet. Wrong bet. But there's levels to this. Not long ago, some brothers were saying, "Oh, this concessions here, history of Jesus." Not one single document that mentions the guy's name during his lifetime. Even the two sources quoted the most don't even mention the first name. It mentions a title. And that title was carried by Cyrus the Persian king. It's not solid, but it's the status quo. It is a status quo. So what do we do now with the evidence? How do we move forward? What have we heard for the longest? Black Semites. Just like the black Moorish rulers of Europe, that's a hoax. Semites were not black. And some, in order to find a way around that, they say, "Oh, don't we know what's white? That's what I'm saying. It's a social construct, you know what I'm saying? There's all kind of." I mean, from the 7th century until the 21st century, everybody knew what black is. Everybody knew what white is. But now we have some new age teachings, and a color or an damn near an ethnicity is a social construct. And so many people have been saying that. I've been hearing the more saying it the most. Race is a social construct. So you take someone from Denmark, you put him in Harlem, and that's it. He's black, right? Ultimately, there's division. Now, people want to be Jewish, Christians, Muslims, fine. You don't need to do the cultural appropriation. The same thing they are accusing Europeans and people of European descent of doing, cultural appropriation. See, the internet is a gift and a curse for the people who had some rhetoric, outdated rhetoric. I mean, we don't only have the Beni Hassan painting, but if we only had it, maybe there would be room for that. We have depictions of the Canaanites. We have some painting. So it's a wrap, it's a done deal. It destroys the argument of the foundation of this Abrahamic belief system. And I'm talking about the patriarchs, for those who want to deal with the theology, and I'm talking about the population of this area. Because there is a chronology within the theology. So we have the Israelites, the Hebrews, then we have what will be referred to as Christians. And our brother Chris MVP Harris showed us that followers of is it Oserapis were labeled Christians. But feel free to ask brother Chris for the exact term. So those who will be later on defined as Christians, and of course those who will be later on defined as Muslims. And for the longest, for many decades, we've been hearing that those people were black. Come to find out, it was not the case. What do we do? Do we come to terms with it and act accordingly? Or do we go crazy? Do we go all over the place and we look for a new enemy, a new scapegoat? If you come across some new information, you have the right to cheer for a minute, process the information. Because if you don't, you're gonna get angry. Some stuff that you were taught all your life. Because what is the usual narrative? Hey, the usual narrative. The usual narrative. Doucement là. The usual narrative is that we haven't been taught our story. But they taught what the things that they've taught us at school was not our story. So we had all those groups, all those organizations. That's already all those groups, all those organizations who told us, okay, we were lied to. Here is our real story. Here's our real culture. Here are our real names. Here are our real / original languages. The sad thing, the irony, is that for the most part, it was not the case. Kinetic Energy joined us. Peace to you. So what do we do now? Do we update or do we stagnate? When's the last time you heard or saw some Hebrews were like dealing with archaeology. A lot of people don't even know that we have artifacts of the inhabitants of the Levant. Same for the Sumerians, not black people, non-black, standard of Ur. I used to pronounce it standard of Ur, spelled U-R. British Museum, not me. I didn't put it there all through my video, White Semites, Black Awakening, White Semites, Black Awakening. It's in the description of this video. It settles the score. Sometimes some things are inconvenient. People don't want to talk about it. The biblical god El got drunk, fell in his own feces and urine. Isn't that sad? I didn't write that. That's what the inhabitants of the Levant wrote. What's his name? Is it Yahweh? Is it El? Is it Elohim? What are we following? Isn't it ironic that when we're dealing with the Abrahamic belief system, it's always Asia? Hence the convenient appellation, Asiatic black man. And what are the Asiatic black men teaching you, brothers and sisters? Self-hate teaching.
So Shabazz was not permitted to stay in that area, so he took his family into the jungle of East Asia, which we now call Africa, to make a people close to nature. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, this is the origin of kinky hair, because we didn't have kinky hair prior to that. The hair on our head was like the hair on our eyebrows. The hair on your eyebrows straight, the hair on your head is not the same as the hair on your eyebrow. But the hair of every other people is the same as their eyebrow. Your eyebrow straight, your hair something different. Wouldn't you like the hair on your head to be as straight as the hair on your eyebrow? That's why you so busy frying it. That's why you're so busy pulling it. Because your nature tells you that the kink I mean, you know, with I'm black and I'm proud, we got to learn to be proud of kinks. Because most of your family of other black people on the earth, jet black. They didn't have no broad nose and thick lips and kinky hair. They were dark-skinned people, jet black. But they had straight hair, a thinner lip, a thinner nose. But we are marked as a different kind of black person. And we were rejected and despised, not only from the circle of the gods, but we were despised and rejected by all the other dark people of the earth. This is why today black people with kinky hair and broad nose and thick lips are rejected in every society. I want you to hear me well tonight. Yes, sir. Why are we rejected? Because the essence of beauty is in obedience and submission to God. And the essence of ugliness is when you rebel against God. And when you rebel against God, in your rebellion, you are marked with a certain mark of your rebellion, which is the disfigurement of your internal self, which manifests in the disfigurement of your external self. And this is why when you look at our people, wherever we are found on the earth, you find us either disfiguring ourselves physically because we are disfigured on the inside because of rebellion.
That's homegrown teaching. For those who feel like, no, CMB, we all that we got. Xenophobia is cool now. It's a new way, apparently, for some people. But what we've heard here, was he talking about other people? You might prefer that, because apparently now the information, not to say the teaching, the information is valid depending on where the person who is sharing the information comes from. It's a new concept. What are you saying? You're talking about some great ancient empire. You're talking about some culture, the roots of our people. But you're not from here. Go back to where you come from. What are you saying? Oh, you're from here. Okay. Well, Mark disfigured the essence of ugliness because we rebelled against God. You're good. Pass. How does it sound? For all those years, I've been hearing Shekanta Diop, Diop, Diops, Shekanta Diops, Shekanta Diop, 1974, Cairo Conference, Cairo Symposium, UNESCO Symposium, Dr. Theophado Benga, Dr. Shekanta Diop. But now, does it still apply now? We don't have a time machine to go back. So now there's a new way. You might as well say it from the get-go. Where are you from before you teach anything? Before I want to know if I'm going to agree or disagree with you. Division. Now, even celebrating plagiarized holidays made up by somebody, a tortured woman, tortured black woman who is not even with a black woman, that's cool. That's homegrown. Cosa Nostra. CMB, we all we got. Don't get me wrong. There will be some Africans, continental Africans, who don't want to have much to do with other people, but that's not the majority. Remember one thing, my brothers and sisters in America and in the diaspora, but my brothers and sisters in America, black people worldwide have love for you. And with the Black Lives Matter movement alone, you can see that. I'm not talking about the people who got the millions of dollars and went in the hills and got the family members some jobs and some houses. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the mass movement that we have seen around the world, the protests, the solidarity. When some people were brutalized and killed by the police, the protests and the solidarity. We don't necessarily see a lot of people from America protesting when some brothers and sisters get killed on the continent, but we're not tripping over it. So everybody's free to have their stance. It's just surprising when people change and it seems like it's overnight. So you wonder, but when did the change occur? Why did the change occur? What is the new revelation that caused the change? Or was there really a change? Was it always the sentiment? Some brothers and sisters in America have an elitist mindset. As much as the majority of brothers and sisters who support me are from America, I've been saying that. It's a reality. It's a reality. It's not all, but some do have that mentality. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people were tripping over Black Panther, the movie. Wakanda. Black Panther won. Oh, T'Challa is a traitor. Killmonger was right. That's the way to go. Now, if we stick to the movie, to that fiction, what did Killmonger do to his lady in the movie? He popped her. But that's cool. That's cool. The reality is that some people are not comfortable with the idea of Africans running the show. And that's just a fiction. That's just a movie, not based on the true story. But they know it doesn't sound good to say, well, I don't like the idea of some Africans running the show. So they're going to say, T'Challa was a traitor. I'm down with Killmonger. How long have we been wishing? How long have we been wishing to have portrayal of black people, of Africans, that's very positive? And here we have some superheroes, movies well made, well produced, and some people still had something to say. But the anti black and anti African so called supreme wisdom are acclaimed, defended, shared, taught to men, women, and children. There is a problem there. So, like minded people need to unite. You will never have a situation where everybody's on the same page. Let's try to see what we are more or less on the same page about. Let's try to see what we agree on more or less in terms of direction, philosophy, worldview, not to say doctrine or religion. And then let's try to move forward. But if you have some people like you feel like, okay, I'm rolling for my people and I have love for my people, but some others say, oh, your curse disfigured the essence of ugliness, black means death. It's not compatible. So be transparent, brothers and sisters. Be upfront. This way it avoids confusion. It avoids surprises. I think we just love fairy tales a little bit too much. Because we have some grown men, you tell them, today there was a situation. I was on some James Bond tip. Some people did a lot. They were bodyguards. They were in that organization. They studied ancient history, ancient religion for 30 years. They got several degrees, but they dropped out of school. Then they were sitting on some millions. Then they were doing, financial advices, financial enterprises. Then they're into the history. Then they become authors. Man, stories for days. They did a lot. And I heard apparently doing the music thing in the studio, in the booth. I mean, some people did it all. And maybe it's more appealing. Oh, I don't even know, bro. James Bond balling out of control, ripping the mic, killing it on the instrumental. I was a bodyguard, John Wick style. People try to holler at my client. I broke their arms, broke their legs, slapped them around. I was in that school of thought, that religion, then that religion. Then I went to school, got those degrees, dropped out of school, got those millions. I did it all. And some grown men, when they hear that, they are excited. Probably because there's not much going on in their lives. Why would some people go along with what is clearly fiction and falsehood? If they didn't get paid, it means that there are some straight up groupies who are in lack of action in their life, in their lives. So 2023 starts well because we can see 40-year-old, 50-year-old, 60-year-old men who will swallow some straight up rubbish, straight up garbage, straight up made up fictional stories and fairy tales made up on the spot, at the drop of a hat, drop of a dime. Well, what happened was, what I'm saying, I was minding my business, I was walking down the street, then, what I'm saying, there was a terrorist attack, what I'm saying, grab the weapon from them, neutralize them, call the popo, then holler at my baby mama. Wow. I don't need to say any names. It's been a good hour and 13 minutes. If there's anything you must remember as a conclusion, if you don't mind, brothers and sisters, let me know your stance. If you feel like you only want to roll with people from your country, let me know up front. So then I'm not surprised later on when you tell me, look, you're not from my country, so you don't understand, so you can't talk about it. You deal with your country. Is that fair? Is that only fair to ask? You're welcome, the Pharaohist. Just let me know up front. Let me know up front. Because everybody has the right to have their stance. Thank you. I don't want to have these surprises of rolling with people for years. And one day, the brother or the sister tell me, yeah, but at the end of the day, from here, so, why didn't you tell me that earlier? Oh, I thought you knew. How would I know if you don't tell me? Oh, I didn't want to tell you. It wasn't convenient. But now I'm mad at you. I don't like what you said. So I'm just telling you now. I ain't never like you anyway. Nina Brown style. I ain't never like you anyway. Pretty mofo. All the people who only want to deal with individuals from their country, whether they are from America or from Africa or the diaspora, let it be known up front so there's no surprise later on. All right? Let's have some transparency. And you know, we have so many black people who talk about black history. When they're talking with Caucasians, oh my goodness, they're so respectful. They have so much decorum. But when they're talking with fellow black people, you hear the N word, you hear the B word, you hear the man, strange, strange. Stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to, by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. I don't argue, I state facts. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Do I need to Hotep.
Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving middle nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video, Kemet and Ma'at, before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more.
I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other Meta Nature lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Nature, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Nature, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Neture classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge, no question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class, and all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Neture class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/maatforever.